Welcome back, thanks for tuning in. In recent videos I've shown you the major pentatonic, the minor pentatonic and the major scale across the whole fretboard. The little piece of the jigsaw puzzle that's missing, as far as I'm concerned, is the natural minor scale, also known as the Aeolian scale, but that's its modal name. We won't go down that road just for the minute. But if you know your major scale across the whole fretboard, you already know your natural minor scale across the whole fretboard. We'll go in close and I'll show you all the shapes and positions. Position 1 of the natural minor scale looks like this. So that is 5, 7 and 8 on the low E, 5, 7 and 8 on the A, 5, 7 on the D, 4, 5, 7 on the G, 5, 6, 8 on the B, and 5, 7, 8 on the high E. Position 2 starts on the 8th fret of the low E and looks like this. I always like to slide it back or find an A note because it brings my ear back to home. Okay, so that's 8 and 10 on the low E, 7, 8, 10 on the A, 7, 9, 10 on the D, 7, 9, 10 on the G, 8, 10 on the B, 7, 8, 10 on the high E. Then it comes down again. So nice and slowly. Position 3 starts on the 10th fret of the low E and sounds like this. So we have 10, 12 and 13 on the low E, 10 and 12 on the A, 9, 10, 12 on the D, same on the G, 9, 10, 12, 10, 12, 13 on the B, 10, 12, 13 on the high E. Or you could go. Position 4 starts on the 12th fret of the low E and sounds like this. So that is 12, 13, 15 on the low E, 12, 14, 15 on the A, 12, 14, 15 on the D, 12, 14 on the G, 12, 13, 15 on the B, 12, 13, 15 on the high E. Forgot my chord prison. Fifth position starts on the 15th fret of the low E. We're getting up to dusty end now, but fear not, this is the last position before things start repeating. So starts on the 15th fret, sounds like this. Finish on the A if you want, so you can hear it. So we have 15, 17 on the low E, 14, 15, 17 on the A, 14, 15, 17 on the B, D, 14, 16, 17 on the G, 15, 17, 18 on the B, and then just 15 and 17 on the high E. Okay, so like with previous scales and the videos I've shown you in the past, once we get past the fifth position up here, the shapes start repeating. And of course, once we get past the 12th fret, all the notes are the same as down here, but an octave higher. And I'll show you position 4, how we can play that down here, and position 5. But if we continue on after position 5, we get position 1 again. So we start on the 17th fret. Okay, so we just take that shape and we move it up and start it on the 17th fret. Exactly the same. And subsequently, as we continue, we then get position 2 and so on. So after we've gone up to the dusty end and fallen off the frets, we can actually come back down here and fill in the gap between the open E and the A. So as I just showed you, position 1 can be repeated. So that shape there and all its intervals can be played here. So this shape here we had, this position here, which was position 5, okay, we can take and play down here. So we get this. Exactly the same, but an octave lower. And the same could be done for 4th position. So if you remember this one, which we had on the 12th fret position 4, we can now play that as an open position almost. So we can just, so all these notes here can be played on open strings and so on. That note there, which we Okay, so it looks like this. So as I said earlier, if you know your major, you already know your natural minor scale. And here's an example of that. If I play my A major scale, okay, now if I played that same scale but ended it on the relative minor note, which in this case is F sharp. It's the sixth note of the scale that tells you what the relative minor is to your major. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is F sharp. So if I play that same major scale but finished it on an F sharp, it would actually sound minor. It's the same notes. Okay, so finishing it on that note, it's F sharp minor. Finishing it on sounds major. Same notes, exactly the same. A major, F sharp minor is the natural minor, relative minor. One more example. If I played in C major, that's C major, as I just mentioned. Count up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey presto, it's A, which is what we've been looking at today. Okay, so your relative of C is A minor. Same notes. Okay, another example. This is a very classic one. G major. Count up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have E minor. Same shapes would be, so if you played all your major shapes and then finished on the E note, you would have natural minor, E natural minor. And that would go for the same for every single one. So we'll do one more. D. Count up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That note there's a B. So D major, its relative minor is B. Okay? So if you play all your D major scale across the fretboard, but end on a B in this case, you're going to be playing B minor natural, B natural minor. Okay? Another quick way of doing it is if you play, depending on what scale you know more familiar, or you're more familiar with, should I say, you can do this trick. So if you prefer major and want to find your minor, take your C, for example, count back 1, 2, 3 notes. That is your relative minor. Okay? So if we had, that was C major, finding A minor. So just get the C, count back 3 notes. 1, 2, 3. You've got your minor. If we had A major, do exactly the same. 1, 2, 3. We have F sharp minor, which is our relative minor of A. And again, if we do the D, which we did earlier, 1, 2, 3, that's my minor. So take your major, 1, 2, 3. There's your relative minor, and we'll do the one in G as well. Okay. 1, 2, 3. E minor. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video and you got something from it. I know I say that every time, but here's hoping you do. That's the whole point of these videos, and I do enjoy doing them. And if I'm honest, it kind of makes me rethink and recap as well. So it's good exercises for me. You're always learning. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, make a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So it all helps, and I do appreciate all your comments and interaction. So keep it coming and I'll keep plugging away. So till next time, bye. Alfie, come here, mate.